What are your goals for this year personally?
Obviously, everyone's goal is to have good stats and stuff like that, but that's not something I care about. So I just want to win every game, just focus on each game at a time.
Hello everyone, welcome to the High School Sports Spotlight. I'm your host Ben Tenuta, and today I'm with Nolan DiLucia from Peters Township High School. Nolan, appreciate you coming on, bud.
And thank you for having me. It's an honor.
So the season's on its way. How are you feeling these first 2 weeks?
It's good. We're 2-0 right now, so it's feeling good, obviously, but got to take it week by week, see where it takes us,
Entering your junior season, last year you took the role of being one of the leaders of the team last year at only a sophomore. How did you become a leader on the team at such a young age?
I think just connection with all the guys, through my freshman year. Playing defense really got me connected because they believed in me and saw that I had talent. So I think everyone just getting that connection, believing in me, that helped me, and just making plays, showing them what I can do. Once that happened, they were like, all right, this guy, we got to believe in him now.
Yeah, you mentioned defense. Tell me what it was like your first experience coming up to high school, because you didn't originally think you were going to play quarterback full time, right?
No, yeah. So I thought I was coming in as a quarterback freshman year. I mean, obviously I had to battle it out, and I tried to battle it out, and I lost. But playing defense was fun because I just wanted to play on the field and just get out there and go after it. So it was pretty cool.
And then, you obviously transitioned to that role to become a starter your sophomore year. What was your experience like your freshman year? Not obviously starting, but getting some playing time.
Yeah, I was obviously different, but I think it was good for me because playing defense, I learned all the coverages, learned like how safeties play with their eyes and stuff like that. So it kind of helped me as a quarterback to understand that. So transitioning definitely helped. So I don't know, just made me a better player, I guess, in that aspect.
Yeah, you miss playing defense?
A little bit. Right now, I'm barely kind of playing. I start off the games, but once we start getting up or I need a break, they put me just offense.
So you just finished up camp. Tell me what your junior year camp was like this year compared to years past.
It was good. I mean, it felt different, obviously, because I was with those juniors, the seniors last year. They were seniors last year and they just graduated. I was with them my whole high school for freshman, sophomore year. So I just kind of looked up to them and saw what they did. So transitioning, having to show that to the younger kids now was kind of difficult, but it was fun. I mean, it was an awesome experience. Camp's fun once it goes by.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it gets easier almost every year. It feels like, at least.
Yeah, it was definitely easier. Yeah, because I understand everything and I knew what we were gonna do.
Yeah.
Because freshman year, I was I don't even know what's going on.
So last season, huge year for you. You led your team undefeated all the way to the WPIAL championship, defeating Pine Richland. How did it feel to win a championship for Peters Township, and the first one in your school history too?
It was awesome because that's something I've dreamed of ever since I was a kid. I always talk with my buddies about growing up, going to high school, and winning a WPIAL championship. Because I mean, they were there before. Corbin Hondrew's team, Donald McMillan, that team, they made it there and they just fell short. They were a great team. So I think making it there and just winning it was awesome because seeing the township, their support, just made us feel just at home, and I don't know, it just was awesome.
Yeah, so your school was the first team to finally punch the ticket and win the championship, and you also led them to the first ever state championship with your team. So how was your experience going through the state playoffs and your semifinal game? It went down to the final wire. Explain that to me.
Yeah, the final wire, that was a crazy game. I mean, our first state game was Cathedral Prep, and traveling out there was kind of long. It was a 2-hour ride, 3-hour ride. So it was different for us, but I mean, it was a good experience. They were a great team, and then going to that semifinal game, we kind of walked in there all right, we just beat one of the top teams, so we're going to be pretty good here. And it was a dogfight. I mean, it was raining out and stuff like that. We had dropped passes, bad throws, missed tackles, so we didn't play as well as we should have. But coming down to the wire, I mean, I was on the sidelines our season could be over right here. We worked so hard, but our defense made a stop, and it was crazy.
And it was a really great finish, and one of the greatest finishes this high school season, especially in Pennsylvania. Going to the state championship junior year, you're playing a school like Emotep. how do you come into the game knowing that you're playing a team that has Division I guys almost position at almost every position on the field?
Looking at film, I mean, we had to see where the weaknesses were.
Mm-hmm.
We found some. We just weren't able to go through it during the game. They were a great team. I mean, they just all knew what they were doing, and they've been there before, so they all were expected in that moment, and they were just hungry because most of those guys that were seniors probably started when they were sophomores, so
Mm-hmm.
they knew it was that cost for them. So I mean, it was tough. I mean, we weren't really a Division I team. We had a couple guys, but we were more of a brotherhood who just worked together from all the hometown. But they were a great team. I mean, they just beat us. They got the best of us that day.
Transitioning to the off season, tell me a little bit about what you did this off season and how it went for you.
I definitely had to work on my speed. I feel like getting out of the pocket and looking downfield and trying to find someone, breaking down plays. I've also worked on my vision and tried to work on my mobility because I got hurt a lot last year. I still played through it, but I had some nicks and bruises I had to get worked out with. So I definitely feel more mobile now, and my vision feels a lot better, and so is my speed too. But I definitely need to work on that aspect of my game.
And you also play baseball in
Yes,
the
sir.
off season. How did baseball go for you this year?
I don't think we made playoffs this year. Yeah, we didn't do that well. We had a lot of injuries. Our top arm was out and stuff,
Yeah.
so we tried to battle through it, but we just couldn't. Came down to our last game. If we would have won, we would have made playoffs, but we lost. So.
How has baseball helped you, play the game of football?
I think in the aspect of being an athlete shows you can do multiple things, and probably the arm, because I play outfield, so I'm able to stretch my arm out because long tossing I think is really healthy for your arm.
Yeah.
So I do that a lot for arm care, and then I think just baseball is 90% mental is what I've been told by everyone, and I agree with that too. So I just learn the mental side of sports, and I'm able to push through on stuff like that.
So this season, it's a little bit different this year. You're losing a lot of different wide receivers that were some of your biggest targets last year. What's the team look like this year compared to last year? With your new guys that you're throwing to.
Definitely seeing these first two games we've had, we're definitely a little younger. We got younger guys, so we're a little inexperienced, but we're coming together well, I think. Pretty much a whole new receiver group. Couple of linemen new now. We're starting to see who could fit in, who can do this and that. The depth is a little narrow because last year we had a lot of depth, a lot of senior guys were receivers. But I mean, we're working through it really well. Our defense is coming together now, and our offense is going to start picking it up, I think, these next few weeks.
This season, we got you Moon on the schedule.
Yes, sir.
For our KDK schedule. Last year, we didn't have you guys on there.
I know. Missed out.
How big is that game going to be, this season?
That will be a really good game. Moon's a great team. They're really well coached. If they still run that wing tee, it's going to be hard to stop. We're going to have to push through that. But it's going to be a great game. I mean, it's good that you guys are coming out for that game.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
This past offseason, you finally earned your first Division I offer to Miami of Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
What did that mean, and how did you get the offer, and how did that go for you?
It meant the world. I mean, I just knew all my hard work was paying off right in that moment. I went up for a visit. They had they called it a bag day, but it was it was a junior day for class 26. So I went up. There was a bunch of other guys there that I knew, and when I first got introduced to the head coach, Coach Martin, he extended an offer to me, and I was really blessed, and I was honored for them to believe in me and stuff. So then just that whole day, I just was connecting with the whole staff, and I've been up there. I went up there again for their camp, and I'm going up for one of their games, which is going to be awesome because just being in that atmosphere will be really cool, I think.
And it's one of the nicest universities in Ohio, too. The campus is beautiful from what I've heard.
Yeah, it's actually really nice. I mean, at one point you're in the middle of nowhere, and then 10 minutes later you're in it's a downtown type of college town. It's really cool.
And that's the home of Ben Roethlisberger.
It is, yeah. There's a connection there.
So speaking of Ben Roethlisberger, who were some of the top quarterbacks that you've looked up to growing up?
I've definitely looked up to Big Ben. He was one of the quarterbacks I've always watched because I was a big Steelers fan. I've also been looking up to Josh Allen a little bit. I feel like I can model my game a little bit because we're both number 17. So I also have been looking at the way some guys play, like seeing Lamar Jackson like how he's like able to break down plays. Like I'm obviously not as fast as him, but like I can see like the way he moves and like the way he like looks at defenses and stuff.
Yeah.
So I've obviously looked at that. And Tom Brady, the way he talks about like defenses and how he breaks down like his reads, I've also like tried to look into that.
Yeah, those are some of the greatest quarterbacks of all time too.
Yeah.
You mentioned Ben Roethlisberger and Josh Allen, which is their games almost
Yeah.
identical.
Yeah,
if you look at it.
Yeah, they are pretty similar. They're both big guys.
This season, you guys started things off against Canemak. You were down 17-0 to start the game. Tell me what was going on, and how did you pick your team up to step up in that game? Because you guys ended up winning 42-17, correct?
Yeah, we started off slow. I mean, our offense just wasn't getting it. We didn't really have much film on their defense. They had a new defensive coordinator, so we were just trying to see what we had at first, and we just weren't getting it. But once we got in that locker room, we all realized like, what are we doing? Like we gotta lock in here. And we came out, our offense, we knew what we were doing. We saw their defense, looked over the film a little bit, and just went at it at that point. Just our offense drove it on the field, and I think once we like punched them in the mouth there, they kind of just gave up because they thought they had it.
Yeah. And I mean, I was shocked when I heard that you guys were down in that game, but then I wasn't surprised that you guys turned things around quickly. This season, you guys are looked at as one of the powerhouses in 5A. What does it mean for your team to go back and make another state run this year?
That would be amazing. I mean, it's obviously something we're looking forward to because lost in the states, we want to get back there and win it this year. But I mean, it's gonna be tough. We got a lot of good teams this year in 5A, so we're gonna have to fight through and just see where we can get.
And the WPIAL this year, you guys get to play in Acrisure Stadium in the championship in 5A.
That's definitely something we want to get to.
Is that a goal to play in that stadium?
Well, yeah, because I mean, we had to play at Norman last year. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was a very good environment, but I mean, obviously, everyone would like to play at Acrisure, so we'd love to get there and play there.
Mm-hmm. What are some big games that you're looking forward to most the rest of the season?
I mean, there's obviously games that are like bigger games that everyone's looking at because there's a lot of good teams we play on our schedule, but we kind of just take it 1-0 every week. It's our motto, so we don't really look ahead too much for teams. So right now it's just Mount Lebo because that's who we play next.
All right, so this week you guys play Mount Lebanon. What's it look like for you guys coming into this game?
I mean, people are overlooking them, I think, because they're 0-2, but they're still a hard-nosed football team. So we have to come into this game knowing what we got and knowing what they got, and just got to work for it. They have been, I think they have a new OC, so they're gonna be running different plays, some similar plays as last year, but we just got to be prepared and just ready to fight.
Nice. This season, obviously your junior year, you already have a offer. What are your goals for this year personally?
Obviously everyone's goal is to like have good stats and stuff like that, but that's not something I care about. So I just want to win every game, just focus on each game at a time. But obviously going to the WPIAL championship, winning our conference, maybe going to states too. Like that's obviously a goal for us. But right now it's just 1-0 every week for me.
Nice. How is this season different, compared to last year? You lost a lot of receivers. You lost some seniors, but you also brought a lot of great guys too coming back this year.
Yeah, I think the change, like our schedule, we started off with Fox Chapel and Seneca, and last year we did really well against them. Mm-hmm. So I think coming out against Canemak and McKeesport, who are like big hard-nosed football teams and like powerhouses considered in their conferences, was tough because, I mean, we saw like the Canemak game, we started off slow because they were a good football team, but I think just the way like we play, so our schedule's definitely harder, but I think some of the guys are going to step up now and we're just going to be rolling into it.
You mentioned the McKeesport game. How did that game, go for you guys? You got the big win.
Yep.
But tell me, what was it like playing one of the most historic programs here in Western Pennsylvania as well?
It was awesome. I mean, just getting to play against a great team like that is awesome. It's a blessing. Like I'd want to play like a great team like that all the time. We just really looked at their film, watched their film, studied it, and everyone knew what they were going up against. So everyone was always on the film. Like our coaches were just always on our necks about watching film and stuff. So just going into that game, seeing like the athletes they had, just had to make sure like we were accounting for them, and just had to make sure we can get the ball on the field and just score.
Keemon Spell, he's one of the best running backs in the WPIAL. How was it playing against him, this past week?
It was cool. I mean, he's a great player. He was a nice kid too. I was talking to him a little bit during the game. He's really cool. He wasn't a cocky kid. I mean, he's very humble for how good he is. But they didn't use him as much as we thought, so we were able to stop their run game a good bit. He was able to play safety, and when I broke into the second level a couple times, I was trying to make a move on him, trying to get past him. But he's a great tackler. He's a great player.
For sure. So we're here at the new Peters Township field.
Yep.
How do you feel about the new field, the new logo here on the 50-yard line? How are you feeling about it?
I mean, we needed it. Our turf was 2 years outdated, my coach told me. But I mean, it feels good. It's good to get a new field. I mean, I think everyone really put into this after we won the local championship. They had to make a change or something. But I mean, it's great. I mean, we get to play a new field now, so.
Definitely. You guys also, got some new uniforms as well.
Yep.
You guys got the new all red with the black numbers, right?
Yep.
And then you got white with black numbers as well.
Yeah.
How does it feel to have new uniforms? And you guys also had the Under Armour pants last year too. So you guys are looking right this year now.
Yeah, we looked a little foolish, I think, with the Under Armour. We got hated on a lot, but I mean, we just didn't get our pants in, so it looked stupid. But now we got our new uniforms in, so we're looking fresh, looking clean. So we're gonna have a good year, I think, with those uniforms.
For sure. So this season, 5A is a lot different. There are some teams that either moved up or they moved back down. Yep. Even Aliquippa was talks of them being in 5A. What are some of the top teams this year that you're looking forward to seeing? Not only in the season, but potentially in the playoffs.
Yeah, there's a lot of great teams. I mean, I can name all of them pretty much. But Pine Ocean's obviously a great team. They obviously want to get us back for that game, and it'd be fun to play them. They're a great team. Upper St. Clair is a great team. So is Bethel Park. So is Moon. I think our conference is a really strong conference this year. So we get to play all 5 of those teams. And I think it's gonna be tough battling against all of them. I think Woodland Hills is a great team too, as well as Penn Hills and Gateway. I'm definitely missing some good teams right now, but there's a lot of powerhouses in 5A this year.
Yeah, 5A is one of those classes that's always up in the air. You never know who's going to come out, and then someone always surprises you. Even last year, a lot of people didn't have you guys on their radar, and then you guys made a huge run.
Yeah, no one believed us in the beginning of the year, and then once we were 5-0 after we took down USC, everyone was like, okay, this team's the real deal now. But I think that kind of helped us. I liked being the underdog. Like, everyone's thinking we weren't going to be as good as we were. It kind of helped all of us, give us that edge, like, all right, we got to prove everyone wrong, and then I guess we came out and did it.
How have you been taking a bigger leadership role now that you lost some seniors last year, and now you're a junior, and you're an upperclassman?
Yeah, knowing I got to have that leadership role, I know I got to show the younger guys, like, got to be a good role model and got to be responsible with the actions I do. So just showing them, like, the right way and just getting on them when they're not doing the right thing and stuff like that. Just got to be, like, their leader and stuff. So just showing them, and even my teammates, like the guys in my own grade, got to show them the right way because they look at me as a quarterback. So it's like, oh, what do we do on this play? So I got to know that and stuff like that. So just showing them everything I know and being responsible.
What would you say is your favorite part about playing quarterback?
Probably being able to make, like, I can make my own decision really on the plays. I mean, obviously our head coach would get mad at me if I just did a random play, but like I get to pick the receivers who I want to like throw to and stuff like that. So it gives me a responsibility. So I think just being kind of like in the center, like being the leader, being the guy everyone looks up to, it's just really something I've always like wanted to be as.
So you actually just had your junior season mixtape come out before the year started with Big X the Plug with the song. Is he your favorite artist right now, you'd say?
I don't really got a favorite artist. I listen to anything really, but one of my good friends, he made an edit, and it was really cool, I thought. So I was like, all right, let's post it. Like, it's a good way to start off the junior season.
Definitely. Pre-game ritual. What do you typically do, and what music do you listen to?
My pregame ritual, I usually I eat the same thing all the time, but for my
what do you eat?
I eat Jersey Mike's during lunch at school, and then at home before the game I eat 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with a banana.
Okay.
Yeah, and then my pregame music is more like a relaxing, like keep me relaxed. No jazz, no classical band and stuff like that, but it's like Sabrina Carpenter music, like relaxing. Something that doesn't like get me all hyped up, because once I put the pads on, I get all hyped up and I need to relax and stay focused.
You should give the Sinatra a try. I feel like that'd be kind of.
Frank Sinatra is a good one. Fly Me Out to the Moon. Fly Me Out to the Moon might be it.
Oh yeah, so you mentioned Jersey Mike's. What is on the sub that you get?
I get number 7, which is turkey, provolone, lettuce, jalapenos, and mayo.
Every week you get it?
I get it every Friday.
Every Friday. I would get a hoagie before the games, and I would just get nothing on it. I would just eat meat and bun.
Because
I would get butterflies. I'd get butterflies before games, and I'd just be thinking about the game the whole entire. It wouldn't be like lunchtime, but it'd be right. I'm talking like 4 o'clock maybe.
Yeah,
a couple hours before the game. I'd be like, no, I can't. I got to eat something that's gonna stick in there.
Yeah, I can't just eat a plain sandwich. I always like some condiment on it or something.
Yeah. Post game dubs. What do you eat typically?
After the game, I just started a new last year I didn't really have a tradition. I would just either go home or just hang out with my boys. But recently I've been going with my buddies. We go to Fiore's Pizza. It's right down the road.
Okay. Yeah.
We go there, or we just get it and take it to someone's house. But Fiore's Pizza is the post-game dubs food.
Is that your favorite pizza in Pittsburgh?
I'd probably go with either that or Minio's Pizza.
Yeah.
In Mount Lebo.
Those are the big two.
Yeah.
In Pittsburgh. For pizza.
So
So wrapping things up here, it's gonna be your junior year. You obviously have another year left. What are you looking forward to doing the rest of your high school career?
Obviously, we have a WPIAL championship under our belt, but I'd like to get another one, and I've obviously like to get a state championship under the belt. I mean, and goals for that, for long-term goals, that's definitely something I want to get to. But obviously, for right now, got to stick with the motto 1-0, just keep trying to win.
That's gonna do it for this week's episode of the High School Sports Spotlight. Nolan DiLucia from the Peters Township Indians.